So as always, if you've got any questions after class, anything you've learned about your body, come and see me. Or any feedback at all. Don't touch the iPad, baby. Starting in the standing position. Okay. I'm going to start off slow until we get the sequencing right. So we're going to stand at the edge of the mat in mountain pose, Tadasana. So rib cage tucked in, belly button into spine. Spread your feet in the mat like monster munch. Stand tall, chest proud, deep breaths in. Exhale. Spend a few breaths. Morning. Calm, be present. So on the next exhale, I'm going to bending our knees and our hands on our thighs, safely bringing the back down into a bent over forward full position, Uttanasana. I'm going to hold this, relax the neck, inhaling and exhaling. Feel a stretch at the back of the hamstrings. Left leg comes back into a short lunge if you've not got the flexibility. Chest comes up tall. Stay here, or if you want a bigger stretch in the hip flexors, rise to the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, breathe, shoulders down away from ears. From here, we'll come back down, guide the other leg out into a box, or you can come straight into a plank or a bent knee plank, okay? Kumbhakasana. Rib cage tucked in, belly button into spine, palms directly under the shoulder, deep breaths. Then we're going to bring our knees onto the floor, coming down into the Sphinx. Relax them abs, toes tuck from underneath, and lay flat. Deep breaths. From here, palms come underneath again, hips rise into a downward dog or half downward dog. It's a bit like a child's pose, whichever's more comfortable with you. Feet, heels flat on the floor if you can, rib cage in, belly button to spine. Deep breaths and hold, looking at your toes. From here, you can guide your right leg up into that starting position, 8-point salute. If you feel comfortable, hands to ceiling. Deep breath, taking our time. Coming down again, the left leg comes with the right. Uttanasana. On thigh, guide that back up. Tadasana, mountain pose, feet like monster munch. Deep breaths, inhale, exhale. So that's one round, one sequence of sun salutations. We're going to do that again. So you know the adaptations now. So now we're going to bring in harder, progressive. So you can try it out and see how that finds. So instead of putting our hands down and protecting the back, we're going to promote a curve in the back. So leading with the hands, slowly relaxing the neck. So you've got that curve in the back. So I'm going to relax here and hold. This time your right leg's going to come back into 8-point salute. Reaching up. Exhale, down, left leg joins right, Kumbhakasana, plank. You've got the option to go into box pose, which is your tabletop. So then you can go back into tabletop position for Sphinx, or slowly, elbows tucked in, high bum cheeks, coming into Cobra is the progression. Shoulders down away from ears, good bend in the elbows, hold. Deep breaths. Hips rise back into downward dog or child's pose or half dog. Left leg forward in 8-point salute. Hands to ceiling. Good. exhale, arms come down, right leg guide it forward, standing back up with a curve in the spine. Tadasana, mountain pose. Good, that's 2. I'm going to do that once more on each side, and that's us warmed up, but I'm boiling now. Okay, start again. Exhale, coming down. 8-point salute, coming up, hands to ceiling. On the exhale, left leg comes back into Kumbhakasana, plank. Rib cage tucked in, belly button to spine. Good bend in the elbow, coming down, hips high, into cobra. Good bend and mobilization throughout this sequence. Hips back for downward dog or child's pose. Trying to move in a little bit further in the downward dog if you can, heels flat on the floor. Hold. And then bringing our left leg forward, 8-point salute, arms rise. Inhale, exhale, right leg joins. And slowly coming back up into Tadasana, mountain pose. Hasana, Uttanasana with a stretch. Good. Last time, on the left side this time. So rolling at the shoulders, deep breath. Left leg back, 8-point salute. Going up into big stretch. Exhale, coming down. Right leg joins the left. Kumbhakasana. Hold, deep breath, engage that core. Good bend in the elbows, hips high, slowly coming down into cobra or sphinx, shoulders down away from ears, good bend in the elbows tucked into the ribs. Hips rise as you come into downward dog. Deep breaths, 3 breaths. Right leg forward, guide it through. 8-point salute, rise. Exhale, arms come down. Left leg joins right. And then slowly come in, curving up as a roll up. Tall stretch, back into mountain pose, Tadasana. Well done, excellent. Feel free to grab a drink. Warmed up. Sun salutation B, that's called. Taken from Indian civilization about 1,000 years ago. Okay, going to be into cat-cow next. For 4-point kneeling or tabletop, palms directly under the shoulders. Angry cat coming forwards and backwards, rib cage in, belly button to spine. Rocking forward and backwards, being aware of any tension. Inhale in the cow. Good, so I want your abs switched on so you feel tension. Everything, you've got a little bit of tension, might be a lot or not much, but just make sure it's a little bit. Rib cage in, belly button to spine. Right leg, we want to do a circle. We're looking for 15 to 20s with balance on that stabilizing leg. Be aware of any dull aches in the glute, can be a piriformis. Good, trying to keep your hips level. And so limit disassociation, so we just want to move the knee, nothing else is swaying forwards and backwards. From here, we're going to go into fire hydrants, feet together, knee comes up as high as you can. So warming up the pelvic girdle and working on strength. Going for 15, pause at the top if you can. 5, 4, 3, 2. One more. Good, let's go for the other side. 15 circles, limb disassociation. How does this feel? So the foot is off the floor as well. Nice and controlled, you're not rushing through it. You might feel this in the stabilizing leg as we work on pelvic strength on that side now. 5, 4, 2, 1. Feet together, fire hydrants. 15. 7, 8, 9. Another 5, and then we're going to work on some time under tension exercises, like a plank kind of deal. Hold in the position. Make sure you deep breathe throughout. 2, 1, good. Bird dog, hold. So opposite arm to opposite leg. You're not going higher than the hip and shoulder height. 10, 9, 8, 7. Deep breath. 3, 2, 1. Coming down. Let's come up to the other side. 10. Connect to that core. Shoulders down away from ears. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And again, the other side. 10 seconds. 10. 8, 7. Deep breath. 6. 3, 2, 1, and switch. 10, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. One more round. 10, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Switch. Last time. You should be feeling this on your shoulders as well. Strengthening for those. Deep breaths. Connect to that core. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Back into cat-cow. 3. Then we're going to go into child's pose. One more. Okay, knees together, untucking those toes, coming down as close to the mat as you can, promoting a lower back curve. If you want to stretch the inner thigh, bring those knees out. Good. Taking our time, coming onto the sides of our stomach next. Feel free to grab a drink. Okay. So you can either have your leg like this if it's comfortable or right next to, but we're working the inner adductor, so whatever brings the body part closer to the midline of the body is an adduction. So coming up as, hear that click, coming up as far as you can and slowly returning. So you want to feel it here in the inner thigh as we warm up and start strengthening the psoas muscle and hip flexors. So again, be aware of any dull aches in the glute throughout any of these exercises. It can be a sign of issues with the psoas or piriformis. Looking for 10 to 12. 6, 7. So it's a small movement. 9, 10. One more. Good. From here, lateral leg raises and the other leg. 3. 2. 1. Going for 12. 4. One more. Good. Sciatic sweep if this is your left leg moving. Again, be aware of any dull pain in your glute, your buttock. Looking for 12. Keep your hip in alignment with your knee. Hips are stacked on top of each other, connect to the core. How high up can you get that leg? Determines hamstring flexibility, glute, lower back. You feeling anything in your glute, in the back? 2 more. 1 more. Good. To finish the set, side plank dips, hitting the deep back muscle on the sides of the stomach, the obliques. So making sure you're in one alignment. You can use your knees, or if you want the progression, I'm looking for 15, so we're upping it this week, or as many as you can. 3, 2 more, then I'm going to try and hold. 1 more, isometric hold. And hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Well done. Deep breaths, round 2, inner adduction, as high up as you can, coming down with control. 3, good. 4, 5. Good. Into lateral leg raises, 12. 8. Last 2. Sciatic sweeps, 10 to 12. 5. Keep that core connected, 6 more. 1 more. And when you're ready, last 15 if you can, or as many as you can. Try and match your first round. Hip dips on a 10-second hold optional. Crunching, making sure you feel at the sides of your stomach, not your glute. So crunching, have a bend in that side of the core. 8. This is a shoulder strengthening exercise as well. Last 2, deep breaths. I'm ready to hold. 10. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Well done. Whew. Feel free to grab a drink. We're going to do that on the other side now, see how we get on. Any glute discomfort. Okay, yeah, inner adduction, 10 to 12. So what's the range of movement like on this side? You might feel it in the supporting legs as well. Keep your hips stacked on top of each other. Ooh. For 12, 1 more, lateral leg lift, 12, 4. Mama, 10, last 2. 1 more. Forward sweeps. Looking for 12. Subtle yet very effective for looking after the sciatic nerve, massaging it, keeping everything mobile. 5. 2 more. Good. Then hip dips. I want to match your first round of these. When you're ready, then 10-second hold. Make sure your hips are touching the floor and you're getting a full range of movement. You've got a weaker side, so just be patient if this is it. Looking for 15. Which is a lot of reps. 1 more. And hold if you can. 10. 8. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Release. Whew. Good. Last round. Adduction. Looking for 12. 1 more. Good. Lateral leg raises, 12. So I want to make sure the pelvic girdle's nice and warm so we can go in for some hip flexor stretching. Oh no. 3, 2, 1. Forward sweep to the sciatic nerve. Two more. Excellent. Last hip dips, looking for 15 with a 10-second hold if you can. When you're ready. Last 5 if you can. One more. And hold 10. Deep breath. This is hard. 5, 2, 1. Release. Well done. Grab a drink. Oh. Few seconds recovery. Oh. Like you lot are crazy. So I want to work on flexibility of hip flexors and glutes next. So let's come into the pigeon pose. It's like a bit of a prep. So direct right angle in the front leg. Let's see if you can edge over to the centre, coming down as close to the mat as you can. So it can take a few seconds to get used to this position. The deep breaths help. Just trying to move a little bit further into the mat every few 10 or so seconds. Try and switch off the muscles in the lower body and allow yourself to sink in and feel that stretch in the glute. Shouldn't be painful. It's just a bit uncomfortable. Good. Taking your time to come out of that position, swap over and compare. You've usually got a tighter side as well, so just be patient with the tighter side. This is mine. Shoulders down. From here, we're going to go into hip flexor stretch. So left leg comes forward. This is your starting position into a bit of a lunge. Hands on hips. We want to shimmy move our hips forward so there's more weight on the front foot. Allow yourself to stretch in that back leg. Again, it should feel uncomfortable but not painful. Just dial it back a bit. Just try and relax and sink in. If you want to increase the stretch further, grab that back leg. There's no pressure to do this because it can be quite brutal. Deep breaths. Try and sink into it. Takes a few seconds, remember. Most people have got some sort of issue with the hip flexors in it being tight usually, or weak. Let's come over to the other side. Start off small range of movement. It's all nice and warm, so it's nice and safe to give it a good stretch. And bring that extra stretch in if you feel comfortable on this side. Treat every side in isolation. Excellent. We'll come on to the abs next. I'm going to start in semi-supine. Okay. Inhale, arms rise. Fill in the full lungs with air. Exhale through the mouth. Pilates breath work. Inhale through the nose, pause at the top of full lungs. Exhale, drawing in the abs to the floor, engaging them with the pelvic floor. Inhale, relax the abs and pelvic floor like you're on the toilet, pushing out. Exhale, holding everything in like you don't want to pass wind or urine, and the abs are engaged. Exhale, relaxing everything, pushing it out, strengthening work. Exhale, drawing in everything. So it's the Pilates breath work. You can feel free to do that in the lotus pose, whilst those who are comfortable with it can do pranayama breath work with me. And this is your other option. Good. Bringing our legs up into tabletop position. Lift them hips to make sure the lower abs are switched on. Rib cage stays tucked in as you breathe in. So if you're not sure if it's tucked in or not, flare it out and then push it in. Belly button down into spine. That's the role of your abs, is to protect your back. So you're kind of in like a crunch state. You've got tension in the full abs. Stay here, or we can bring in a little pulse. 20. 5, 6, 8, 7, Good, back into tabletop for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, inhale, arms rise. Another 3, inhale, relaxing the abs and core and pelvic floor. Exhale, drawing in everything. Okay, legs back up into tabletop position. We're going to bring 20, pulsing in a reverse crunch. I want you to come down with a little curve in your lower back. Your abs pushing against your back. Looking for 20. Just lifting your hips up off the floor as high up as you can. 7, let your lower core burn. 8, where is it burning for you? 10, 11. Coming down with control, nice and slow. 12, 13, let it burn. 14, 15, 16, 19, 20, well done. Inhale, arms rise. Two more. Exhale, holding everything in. Good, bent knee, tabletop. As you're pulsing in, coming up, shoulders off the floor, your knees are also coming in and out. Okay, crunching in and out as far as you can with that back staying on the floor. Keeping the tension in your abs. Have a poke around, help muscle connection. Just make sure you've got tension. Again, it might not be a lot, but there should be something. Looking for 20. Let's get a good burn going. And slower it is, harder it is. More muscles built. 9 left. Exhale, coming up. 6. Okay, keep fighting through. 5. It's a good sign. 4. Shaky, shaky. 3. 2 more. It's a hard one. 1 more. Nice and safe. Oh, well done. It's when you relax, it burns even more. Inhale, arms rise. Recover. One more. So you can do the same again, or you can hold a tabletop, or we're going to try and touch our toes and come back down for 20. So 1 second up, 2 seconds down. 3. Let's work in the upper core. 4, and the lower because you're keeping your legs up. 5. Exhale, coming up. 7. Good. 10. 11. Excellent. 12. 14. 16. Last 4 if you can. If you need to stop and start, that's absolutely fine. That's how we build strength and endurance in the core. 1 more. Just don't give up altogether. Inhale, arms rise. Good, nice safe one again next. Legs up, coming out as far as you can and in. The inner adductor, stretch and strengthening. So keeping that back flat against the floor, using your core to do this. Deep breaths, looking for 20. 4. 9. Actively keeping that core engaged. 7. Someone's punching the stomach. You don't want to feel it, so you braced. 9 left. 7. 5. 4. 3 more. 2. 1 more. Good. Well done. We'll bring our knees in for a hug and roll side to side. Bringing your tailbone off the floor. Nice and warm. Good. Oh, what's this? Book opening, so both knees come to one side. You're going to look the opposite side and just sit with this for a few seconds. Let your body and your mind get used to this stretch. Sink into the mat and allow yourself to feel this in your lower back. Might be the sides of your hip, wherever you're tight. If this feels comfortable on this side, bring your right hand over and just push down on that top leg. You're just increasing the stretch. Dems! Don't want that one on anyway. Carefully coming out this side, onto the other side. So again, treat every side in isolation. Let's see how this side feels. And just wait, remind to connect with those muscles being stretched, let it know that it's safe to relax them. Move in. If that feels okay, go ahead and add that hand on top. Do you feel this in the glute at all? Can be a sign of a tight glute. Shoulders down away from ears. So we're going to be in the perfect pose. Divine over the ego. That's fine, that can go off anyway. You play with that. Shoulders down away from ears. And then I'm going to try and play that singing bowl. See how that goes. Hopefully it won't stress you out. So inhaling through the nose and exhale through the nose. So feel free to do Pilates breath work if you're uncomfortable with this. So it does help with any stress release as well. Helps you sleep. So make sure you're filling them lungs, and you're not just belly breathing or chest breathing, you're incorporating your belly and your chest and your shoulders into the breath. So using the diaphragm, inhale, exhale, depressing the chest, feeling your shoulders rise and fall. Make sure you're inhaling and out, and inhaling and exhaling through the nose only, because it's filtered and it's warming. So next we're going to breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 2 seconds, then exhale for 4 seconds. Okay, I want you to practice that. Excellent. Keep going. Do another 3 more breaths. Hamstring stretch. Just keep that nice and stretched out. So exhale. So slight bend in the knees. So you're going to hold the feet or as far in as you can with bent knees. To work on spine flexibility in the lower back, you can bend at the elbows. It's bringing your chest closer to your knees. Deep breaths, trying to move in a little bit at a time to increase either the lower back stretch with a bend at the elbow or trying to reach your feet. Excellent. Thank you very much for coming, everyone. Any feedback, just let me know. Thank you. Thank you.